So we've been doing a series every 2 weeks. We get on and we talk about um, like the 10 steps, and we dig deeper on each of the steps of setting 2025 up to be your best year yet, right? How to make it your healthiest year yet. So today, so the first week we talked about detoxing and setting up your morning routine. Second week or second session, we talked about nighttime routine as well as foods to eat and like how to just choose something to stick to and be consistent in when it comes to food. This week, we are going to talk about movement. All right. How to set up your movement so that it's what's right for you, how to move for your body, how to set it up so it can be consistent and also get results and feel good and all the things, right? Because these things come together. And so I want to really talk about movement today because it's super important, right? Food is important. Yes, obviously, it's super important. Everyone, and you know that. And we tend to pick one or the other. We tend to either do really well with our food or really well with movement. And it's always like, you tell yourself a story where it's like, well, if I start, I'm doing so great with, this eating plan. I don't want to add too much, right? As if movement is adding too much. Well, and then the same thing. I'm working out really well, and I'm finding myself being so, you're finding yourself being so hungry. So, it's hard to stick to a food, a certain type of eating, right? And these are the stories that are created. But it's time to get rid of those stories. Just two really quick examples. One, or really quick kind of statements. One is if you are if you're moving, right, getting your movement in and you're like, oof, but the eating is like super hard, can't do it, just gonna eat whatever. Guess what? Your movement better just be for like feeling better and blowing off steam or whatever, because at the end of the day, you're not getting the results that you might be looking to get, right? So if your movement is allowing you to blow off some steam, get some calm, that sort of thing, and you're not looking to get any sort of results, meaning a healthier body, less pain, maybe lose some weight, whatever that is for you, then then nutrition doesn't matter, right? That's your thing. Nutrition matters when you're wanting to feel better, right? You've got to incorporate nutrition in order to feel better, because if you're working out every day and then popping into McDonald's followed by Pizza Hut and then Burger King for dinner, then you know it, it's breaking the body down, right? And that's not what you want. So that's the movement side, right? That's getting rid of that's ignoring the eating side. Now, if you're like, ooh, I'm gonna eat perfectly, stick completely to my plan, but just don't have time for the movement. Well, there's some things that are missing out there too, right? You may be more healthy overall because your body's not breaking down, right? Your body feels pretty good, but the body needs to move. It needs to work. If you don't move it, you lose it, right? I knew someone once who she kind of pulled herself out of it, meaning she stopped moving, stopped going for walks, stopped walking around almost at all, telling people, go get me this, go get me that, stop driving, just decided one day to stop. And eventually, when she went to try and start again, her body wouldn't work the way it used to. And that's what happens. And now that's a bigger example. But at the same time, if you work in an office and you are like, let's say you sit down all day long and you never get up, you'll start to notice that when you do get up, your back will hurt, your knees may hurt, you may hear yourself get up. So things are cracking, right? All of these things are starting to happen because you're not moving enough, right? Like the old adage, either you move it or you lose it, right? And that's a real thing. If you're not moving your body, then the mobility that you have can go away, right? So you want to ensure that you're doing something. And it doesn't mean that you have to get up and start doing HIIT exercises immediately, right? This could literally be you get up and you start going for walks, or it could be you start doing yoga, right? Or stretching, right? That could be the beginning. So, and then eventually moving to different things like going from maybe stretching to the bike, right? Like getting on a bike every day for 15 minutes, something, right? That's going to be super, super key. So today is movement and also accountability, because what I told you all in the chat was I was going to tell you how to get movement and get some accountability. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Let me know if you have any questions. Ask your questions. I'll go ahead and answer them as we come. But so here's how we can start with movement. And this is going to depend on where you are. So I'm going to talk about 3 different phases. If you are someone who just does not exercise at all, maybe you hate it, maybe you don't have time, whatever that is, right? I'm going to talk about a way to get started with movement and then move forward from there. Okay. And then I'm going to give the same thing for someone who has been moving, but they're inconsistent, someone else who has been moving and it's consistent. So if you haven't been moving at all, right? Most you move is to go to the bathroom every 4 hours. Then what you can do is you can start to incorporate movement into your life, into your day. So maybe you sit down a lot working. So what you can begin doing is things like setting an alarm on your phone so that every hour you get up and just walk in place for 2 or 3 minutes, right? That's going to give you some movement. All right, just getting up, walking in place for 2 minutes. Now you're doing something. Think about how many steps you usually can get in. You can probably get in something like 120 steps in, if not 200 or more, in 2 minutes. Now you do that 5 times during the day or 8 times in an 8-hour workday, at 200 steps each time. That's 1,600 additional steps that you're getting in. And it's just your body has been moving that many times. Eventually, you can take that and that's for someone who says they don't have time, right? You can go from the 2-minute walk, right, to some squats, right? Maybe you do a 2-minute walk 4 times a day and you alternate the other 4 times with squats. So you do 10 squats, increase that eventually to 20 squats, right? And you could even do the walk and the squats. But now you're adding a little bit, and it may not be all at the same time, but if you get in 2 minutes, eventually get to 2 minutes of walking every hour, and then 20 squats every hour, same thing, right? That's about 4 minutes of exercise 8 times during the day. That's 32 minutes. Now you've gotten something in, right? So that is right there. That's 30 minutes of exercise throughout the day, and you just got your body moving. Now, when that happens, that also helps for when you sit down, you have more clarity, you have more energy, you feel good, right? These things go together. So that's for someone who does not really move at all, right? You can also, one of the things that we talked about in the morning ritual, and that was I think the first video, is getting up and doing some stretching, right? As soon as you wake up in the morning, you take 2 minutes and you stretch, right? Different movements, stretching your back, stretching your quads, your hamstrings, your arms, right? Like you can stretch your body in the morning as soon as you get up, right? Like get that. Oh man, I needed that. Okay, so get that stretch in, right? First thing in the morning, 2 minutes of stretching, and it gets your body moving and flowing, right? That's super important. So the next phase is for people who are inconsistent and need a little more consistency. Maybe you worked out this week and not at all last week, right? And next week you don't know what's going to happen. So for somebody like that, what I would suggest is some additional accountability, right? Something that's going to keep you going and keep you moving. One way that I had accountability, I created accountability in my workout. So actually, it's 2 ways. I'm gonna give 2 ways. One was I started doing like workout programs. So I had downloaded. I gotten into like doing like beach body workouts. I'd already been doing some of the workouts, but now I just decided that I'd never done like the program all the way through, and I decided, hey, if I'm gonna start this, I'm gonna do it all the way through. And so I would print out like the calendar for that program, because they give you the calendar right there in the app or whatever. Print out the calendar, and then I would check off, when I finished. So I would do the workout and I'd check it off, and then I'm done. And now that's part of the accountability, is seeing is seeing me check that off and I completed it every day. There's also a sense of accomplishment in that. But here's the thing: when I do that, like I complete it, right? So that consistency is now there. It's a 4-week program, a 6-week program, a 10-week program. I'm getting it done throughout that week. And that helped me with that accountability. The other thing that helps with accountability, and you can do this even when you're doing this program, right? Even if you're doing a program, um, get a group of friends to do it with you. So, get two people who that love to exercise or that love what you're doing and all that stuff. Get on a group chat and hey, I got mine in today. Me too. Selfie, sweaty, right? Like so you selfie, sweaty, sweaty selfie, selfie, sweaty selfie, sweaty selfie. So you took a picture and now you're showing it, right? So now everyone gets to see that this is done. So now it's like I did my workout and I posted it in our little group and it's like done for the day. Cool. I did mine too. That is huge accountability because now you're accountable to someone else. That's major, right? Um, if you don't have friends that do it, you can do it in the Facebook group. We've got a Facebook group, Fit Mommy Makeover. Pop in Facebook group, sweaty selfie. Done. Done for the day. And just show what you're doing. Right. So that level of accountability can be done if you're doing a program, but it also can be done without a program. If you love to go to the gym, every day you set up the you could even put an alarm on your phone where every day when you're leaving the gym, or actually I'll actually do it on the way. Every day when you're going in, I would do it on the way back. So on your way to the gym every day, you take a picture, put it in the group chat or whatever, right? Picture, got my workout done, and then you go, right? Then on your way, or about to do my workout, and then when you finish, boop, took the picture, got it done. And you can set an alarm on your phone that you go and send my picture in. And every day, that's the accountability. You send your picture, right? So it's like getting that consistency in through accountability because most people are those people. They're the people who, will be working out consistently for 2 weeks and then just fall off and then not do it for a month and then be back 2, 3 weeks and then fall off for 3 days. I mean, for 2 weeks and then back on, like that sort of thing. Having these little accountability tricks is going to be super helpful, right? Whether it be accountability through completing a specific program or accountability through like talking to friends and having other people doing it with you, or a Facebook group and setting those alarms and all that stuff. Like that's huge accountability, right? And so getting it done. Choose the thing though. That's it. That's a big part of the being consistent is selecting a program. So whether you're doing like a beach body program or a Peloton program or whatever program, or you're going to the gym, have a program that you follow at the gym. There's different apps where you can do like an 8-week program from the gym and get that done every day for the 8 weeks. If you're like, well, I'm not going to do that either, you can literally take whatever workout program, like you could write down 5 YouTube video workout programs and create your own little calendar and set one here, of these 5 workouts. Sure, it's going to be one upper, one lower, one total body, maybe one cardio, right? That's 4. And then a fifth one might be, I don't know, a low impact steady state workout, whatever, right? You got those 5 workouts and you put them in a calendar. And then you basically create the same thing as that Beachbody calendar I was talking about. And you check it off as you finish. And you know what you're supposed to do. Okay, I'm doing this. Today's day 17. Here's what I'm supposed to do, right? And you check it off that it's done, right? So you've got that consistency in there. You created that accountability for you. And you got an actual workout program that's going to allow you to get results because you're consistent. All right. The next group is that group that's already consistent. You're going to the gym, right? But you're like, why aren't I seeing results? And you're eating good. You may need to up your work, right? I realized this myself. I gotta say, I was working out at home, feeling good. I was getting good workouts in, and I was feeling like, I'm doing it. Like this is a really good workout that I'm doing. But I'm also doing the workout while I'm watching a show, which is fine, right? Because it's still a really good workout. For some reason, I just was not seeing the results anymore that I had been seeing previously. Same workouts, right? So I know something must have shifted here. Something must have shifted where I wasn't doing it the way I needed to. So you know what I did? I actually went back and did a program. Now I'm doing a program again, literally like dig deeper. It's what the program's called. And it's a 12-week program and it's 5 workouts, different 5 workouts that I do for 4 weeks in a row. And then the next 4 weeks, I do 5 different workouts, and the next 4 weeks, 5 different workouts. But it's the same workout every week for 4 weeks, and every week for the next 4 weeks, that sort of thing. But my point is, and I have a calendar that I check off that I did it, right? So my point is that I decided I'm going to get that done in a different way. And I also decided I need to push myself a little further. And because what I was doing was no longer working. So it was time to push myself. So I went for a really, really like something where it was going to be a lot of weights, heavy weights. I know I'm going to be sore. I know I'm going to be sweating. I know I'm going to feel amazing. And I know I'm going to see results, right? So literally a few days in, I was already seeing like my arms like started getting a little bit of, you see it, right? Getting a little bit of, like feeling it again. And so it can happen. It works really well. So it's just about getting the right movement in. If you are consistent, it's about pushing yourself to the next level. Or in a different way. It doesn't have to be a next level. It's more in a different way. So maybe you've been doing more cardio and now it's time to get in more weights, right? You could have been hitting it up on that, the Stairmaster, I don't know, whatever cardio people do every day, right? And it's like, it's just not enough. You're not seeing results anymore. It's time to get those weights in, right? Maybe you've been doing weights. It's time to get heavier weights in, right? It's time to get heavier weights in and maybe even add in 20, 30 minutes of cardio a few days a week, right? Or even every day if that's your thing. So it's like, what are your goals and how can you adjust to reach those goals and stay consistent, right? Because the biggest thing is consistency. This person's already consistent. For the people in the mid here and there, right? That's the middle, meaning the people who are somewhat inconsistent, and then the people who are just starting. It's about gaining that consistency and what's going to help, which is kind of the tracking and things like that, right? Because you want to ensure that you're moving your body. Moving your body is so important. It's so needed. So you can figure out how to do that. So what I want you to do as a part of this is make that calendar, right? Or print the calendar out. Or if you need the Beachbody, I got an affiliate link, right? They gave me an affiliate link. So I can give you my affiliate link for that. But whatever it is that you're going to do, start doing it, right? Implement now. There's no reason to wait. Get the workout in, right? Get the lifting in. Your body is going to thank you for it because you're going to feel so much better and you're going to start looking better and you're going to start seeing results sooner than later. All right, so that's what I got for you today. Let me know what program you're going to be doing. Put in the comments what program you're going to be doing, and let's make it happen. All right. I will see you all soon. Take care.
Don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to watch my mom's next video.